internet connection good for everyone else? Well, I expect by all accounts there's something happening perhaps on the East Coast as a major storm is coming across the East Coast. And that could impact your second stimulus check or third stimulus check. So if you're unable to see this video, you're not going to get a third stimulus check. If you can't see this video, you're just not going to get a third stimulus check. It's as simple as that. But everyone that can see me really good, you are going to get a third stimulus check, and you'll get like a fifth and a sixth stimulus check as well. I'm so excited for you for joining me on Afternoons Allied. This is home with your easy breezy, lighthearted, and exciting, great stuff. In this video, I'm going to go over your second stimulus check, your $2,000 stimulus check, your third stimulus check. And at the 20-minute mark, I'll go over how to have delicious hair. Excuse me, Ned, thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. I'm going to go over how you can get great skin if you're a very physically fit person, especially a guy like myself, how to ensure that your skin is good. So with that, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. And also thank you for the new Tiffany Myers for coming to Purple Hawk. If you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. The join link is at the top of this chat. And I see the comments where people says the YouTube connection is very good. I saw everything fine on my side, but now it's good for everyone across the board. So there's so much happening on your second stimulus check today. It's really quite exciting. Let me recap. Let me start over because the prior video I killed the prior video. Let me go over the incredible exclusives you're only going to hear on this channel. This is the reason you only tune into this channel and nowhere else. The first exclusive is that I am hearing that PPP will go live tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, the day after. This is second stimulus PPP. If you not got your application in for PPP with your lender, you need to do it. Remember, PPP is not an application you do directly with SBA. You have to go through a lender, like a FinBank, which stands for financial, F-I-N. If you don't know how to do a PPP, tune into the video on Afternoons LA yesterday. It has EIDL and PPP in the title and in the image. I go over for 20 minutes how to do an EIDL or a PPP. Watch that video. And if you want to get the PPP in, do it today because well, thank you, Crystal Torres, for coming to Purple Hawk. I'm hearing that PPP will go live on Monday. The second thing that is exclusive you're only going to hear on this channel is that the $600 stimulus check, if you may not have gotten it, will likely land in the next 2 days. Why? Because Steve Mnuchin's representation was sent out several weeks ago was inaccurate. Enough viewers this channel, several thousands, found that IRS's tracking transcripts function said that the stimulus check was mailed out on the 6th of January, not in December. So millions and millions of viewers never had their stimulus check because it was never sent out when we were told it was sent out. This is why viewers always ask me, when are we going to get something? So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm never going to tell viewers when they're going to get something because we're constantly told incorrect information by the federal government when they're sending things out, and they don't send things out. So we now know that your stimulus, if you've not gotten it, the $600 stimulus will be landing in the next few days, either in a bank or in a white envelope, a debit card, or in a paper check, in a beige envelope, which will be paper check. If you're expecting one, don't expect it because it may come the other way. So if you're expecting electronic deposit, it may come by paper or it may come by debit card. The next exclusive I'm reporting on this channel is I'm hearing that EIDL grants for agricultural and for low-income community businesses will go live potentially on Monday. This means if you're an agricultural business, go to sba.gov and apply for the EIDL Streamline application, which covers both the loan and the grant. And if you are a low-income business community business, then on Monday or Tuesday when they update their website, because it currently doesn't have that for you for reasons I don't know, also go to sba.gov and apply for the EIDL as well. Meantime, I'm also exclusively reporting on this channel that I'm hearing that the people who never got their $1,000 EIDL grant from May of 2020 will be getting it next week. All really exciting, great news. Then what's also hitting across the board, the breaking developments that I'm reporting on this channel, is that third stimulus check and third stimulus package will be debuted next week. It will be debuted by a press conference from Joe Biden in which he goes over the provisions of the third stimulus check and the third stimulus package. You'll hear whether everything that we were promised gets to the finish line or gets tossed to the side. Are we going to not have promises upheld once again, or is it going to be promises tossed to the side. The promise has included $2,400 of SSDI, multiple stimulus checks, hazard pay, FPUC retro, the remainder of the $10,000 EIDL grant, the CVC grant, CDC grant, the Lifeline grant, hazard pay, and a lot of other deliciousness. But is that deliciousness going to be thrown away? We won't find out until next week. Then the $2,000 stimulus check, we do know where that's going to be. It's going to be in third stimulus package. The $2,000 stimulus bill, the Cash Act of 2020, which was supposed to become the Cash Act of 2021, is going to be in the third stimulus package. We now know that deliciousness, as Tia just said, we now know that deliciousness is in the third stimulus package. So are you going to physically get any more money in your pocket? Well, actually, let me say it this way. Are you going to get physically any money in your pocket from the third stimulus package before the 20th? No, because it's not going to be voted on until at least the 20th. But the second stimulus items, Purple Hawks, get those wings in flight, get ready to pounce, Purple Hawk, because the big stimulus of the second stimulus items will start going live next week. PPP, EIDL, and FPUC, for viewers who never got the FPUC, that's happened as well. Let me turn to FPUC because I'm getting some great questions just in the last few minutes from no less than I think about 4 viewers, one on Instagram where we're simulcast today. Big Bear posted in the comments to the video before I killed him before, and another person as well. The question about California, they are sending out a link that says reopen your claim to get ready to get paid. And someone said, I heard you're not supposed to touch it. Wait a second. You only have one claim, so only one you. And so why would you not reopen your claim to get paid? This is called, your claim has been closed because you ran out of weeks of benefits when all these benefit programs expired on the first stimulus package in late December. The second stimulus package re-brought everything back to life like the Phoenix and extended you to March of next year. But your claim is dead until you say, hey, reopen the claim. So yes, of course you have to click that button to say reopen the claim because you have to go forward to get going on unemployment. The FPUC, great news is across the board where viewers are getting FPUC in a lot of states. If you are in a state in which, if you're in a state in which they have paid some people but haven't paid other people, don't worry because they'll get to you. But that's sort of an example. California viewers have actually got to the $300 where other viewers are getting a message saying, do you want to reopen your claim? Other people are getting a message that says, hey, you need to verify your identity. So there's all these sort of versions that are happening. And that is sort of the details across the board. My FPUC still just says submit it. How do I claim PUA again? Okay, so this is one of the things I want to make very clear for viewers of this channel. Let's do unemployment first. You do not file a new claim for unemployment. So if you were getting unemployment benefits in December, you do not file a new claim because that's just no bueno. You have one claim, they're just going to reopen it and extend it. So don't file a new claim. I think that's sort of obvious, but I just saw someone drop a question about that. That's a little scary. Next, EIDL. Do not file another EIDL. So if you have an EIDL, don't file another one. They will pay you based upon the existing EIDL. Now, EIDL, SBA is a little bit different than unemployment departments. Unemployment departments, you file another claim, they're not going to like you. They're going to really slap your hand badly. SBA, sometimes they'll just send you a message say, hey, it's a duplicative claim. We see the prior one. So sometimes it's beneficial, but just don't do it. But in the case of unemployment, don't do it at all. And there you go. And the items in second stimulus that we don't see yet are childcare, internet, rent, and utilities. But as I've been reporting, if you go to the volunteers, which are on the community page in the link to this video, they can help you get that rent and utilities right now. I don't want wait. I want you to get that moolah right now for rent and utilities. Viewers of this channel gotten 5, 10, 15, $20,000 in rent, so you shouldn't wait around for it. It's unfortunate that I had to kill a feed just a few minutes ago because there were 900 people in the room when I went live, and there's only 600 people in the room now, 10 minutes in here. So I certainly expect some people to say, "What happened? You get kicked off? What happened? You disconnected the cord?" But that's ultimately. Thank you, Goon, for the thank you. Second half of my belated Christmas present. I really appreciate that. That's very, very kind. But it's unfortunate that people, LA is still not addressing the reopen claim issue. I just did. I just answered the question, Dylan. I just answered it. So you absolutely have to reopen the claim. Do not file a new claim. How long after the bill becomes law will we get our stimulus moolah? I'm not going to answer that anymore, and I'll tell you why. Because I said that on Mornings LA. Because these federal agencies tell you a check goes out and then they don't send the check out. It's not really fair to me. It's not fair for you for us to sit here. Let me explain what happened. In all of July, when I was outside, Steve Mnuchin was saying, once something becomes law, within 10 days, you'll get electronically in your bank account. You remember how many times I said it? How many times did I say Steve Mnuchin said, within 10 days it becomes law, it becomes in your bank account? Well, after it became law, the second stimulus package, after it became law, Steve Mnuchin came out and said, "You'll get it in 1 day." I'm like, "What do you mean 1 day? You've been saying 10 days for almost 9 months." Well, how many weeks has it been since the second stimulus package was signed in Mar-a-Lago? It wasn't 3 weeks ago. I think it's 4 weeks ago now. 4 weeks at 7 days? How many days is that? 28 days. It's been 28 days, and Treasury hasn't even sent out the stimulus check. So this is really not something I want to go down that path with you anymore. I don't want to tell you things where I clearly know that the federal government is not being consistent in their answers. So what I do know is the day it becomes law. We know it's a law. You know why we know it's law? Because he signs the bill and he holds it up. He says, "Hi, I signed it." So we know it's law on the 20th or 21st for the next stimulus check. But are you going to get it in 2 days? Are you going to get it in 28 days? Are you going to get it in 48 days? The case of the rent and the utilities for the second stimulus is a disgrace. The rent and the utilities for the second stimulus, when is that going to land in LA? Has anyone seen the rent and utilities for to land in the LA? I haven't seen it. And I'm not being negative or positive. I'm just saying it's unfortunate that congressional leaders cannot give us clarity about simple things like this. The good thing is we sort of now have better indicators about what works fast. Thank you, Terrell. I think we sort of know what works fast and what doesn't work fast. So SNAP, I said to you as soon as President Trump signed in Mar-a-Lago the second stimulus that SNAP was going to happen within a day or two. It did for some people. So SNAP is either paying the 15% increase immediately in the January benefits for 6 months, or it's on the February benefits. But that was really great news. You know why it is? Let me explain why. SNAP is run by states, but it's underwritten by federal money. The federal government just sent it to the federal agency. And so like in 2 days it's there. 2 days it's there. So they were able to get that SNAP increase to you 15% right off the bat. Then if you've not gotten the $114 from PEBT, I don't even know how long that takes. No viewer has actually told me. Thank you, LA. I got the PEBT. That's $114 per child. That has to stay home from school because of the pandemic per month. No viewer has told me it took a week, it took 5 days. And I know what's going to happen is every state's going to be a little bit slower on that. So we don't know the tracking time for that. And then for the issue of FPUC, that's actually really shocking, great news. The FPUC, so someone just, Purple Power Yaya and Instagram just said she got the FPUC boost today, which is, everything for FPUC is deliciously faster than I ever predicted. Remember in December, I kept on saying, you're not going to get the FPUC until late January. It's going to be delayed. You better get some rent. It's going to be delayed. It's going to be delayed. I was the negative Danny, and I was wrong. The FPUC came really much quicker. So that's really good news. So we now know, one, the unemployment in the state unemployment computers are much faster than they were last summer. That's really good news. Two, thank you, Deborah, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Two, we know that SNAP can do the benefit increases literally in a week. Three, I'm pretty confident to tell you this right now that when the $2,400 of SSI and SSDI hits under third stimulus, that's going to come right on your February check. It's not going to come in your January check because it'll be too late. But they can get back really quickly. When it's federal to federal, federal funds to federal agencies, it's pretty fast. But sending out a check to you or sending out a debit card to you that's underwritten by MetaBank or a third party, a hot mess. A hot mess. There you go. Purple was referring to Snap. So there you go. Now at the 15-minute mark, let me give you a big update as across the board with only 900 people in the room, even though we were at 900 people when we went live on the prior feed. Tell some people to get in the room because, we lost a feed earlier and it was all the result of bad YT issues, not me. So the great news is that the breaking news is you're joining me at the 16-minute mark. Let me give it to you right now. Good afternoon, and this is Lalate direct from Los Angeles. It's a little bit after 12 noon, and how about some chicken power? That sounds horrible. Chicken power. I don't know. Purple chicken power. That don't sound delicious, Frankie. So Frankie just said, "How about some chicken power?" I don't know. I don't think I want to eat some chicken, purple chicken. The breaking news across the board is that I'm reporting a series of exclusive you're only going to hear on this channel today, and nowhere else. That I'm hearing one that PPP may go live on Monday or Tuesday. That EIDL grant may go live on Monday or Tuesday. This is for agricultural and for low-income communities. That the $1,000 EIDL grant that you never got may be coming on Monday or Tuesday. And that the stimulus check, which you never got, the $600, you never got it because it wasn't sent. Viewers now realize it was sent around January 6th because a lot of viewers did a trick of this channel to track it. And we now know it never was mailed, which is just totally insane. Now, 1,000 people in the room, I appreciate it. So the great news is you're going to get the $600 check if you never got it in the next few days. What's going to happen thereafter is that third stimulus package is going to happen around January 20th or 21st, but it's going to get debuted next week. Next week, we'll have live coverage only on this channel of the third stimulus check and third stimulus package. All the promises, we'll see if he holds up his promises or throws them out to the cows. Does Joe hold up his, thank you, Cleta, let me see the name, beautiful name. Cleta Brown, what a beautiful name. Let's see if Biden holds up to his moolah promises or does not, or he moves them out of the way. His promises of third stimulus, multiple stimulus checks, FPUC retro, $600 a week, hazard pay, EIDL grant, the $10,000, CDC grant, Lifeline grant, rent eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance, student loan debt forgiveness of $10,000, and multiple stimulus checks. Or are we just going to get a little bit of a fix-it stimulus check for the next 7 months? Really hard to say. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that he does not give viewers only $1,400 to cover them from now to the end of the pandemic, which is just insane. It would be like, it would be absolutely a disgrace if that actually happens, but I hope that's not the case. But if it does happen, that's why you're a Purple Hawk, because Purple Hawks get a lot more than a stimulus check. The donut guy, he just wants a stimulus check. He doesn't want anything else but a stimulus check. And we will see next week if the donut guy really gets screwed over with much of nothing under the third stimulus package, and whether the Purple Hawks get absolute deliciousness across the board. If you've not become a member, there's a link at the top of this video's chat to become a member. Really exciting, great news. Now at the 20-minute mark, let me cut to some home issues, which I had started on the video before but got disconnected. All right, so one of the big issues is that if you're a guy and you do a lot of sports and you work out or you're very physically fit, you play competitive sports, or you play pickup basketball games, and you just sweat and perspire a lot, you may have issues with your skin because of excessive perspiration, or because you're just very physically fit. And that perspiration and that stress on the skin because you're in the sun may take an impact. So a series of things that you should do if you're a guy, especially, and women, this works as well, is a series of skincare suggestions which I do on a regular basis, which are scrubs and also masks. Now, when you hear the word mask, you have a visual of just a horrible thing of like something you like paper on your face, like like you're putting one of Nancy Pelosi's bills on your face. You're just sort of sitting there and chanting. No, that's like 30 years ago. When it turns, the first thing that I always recommend is starting with a very well moisturized mask. Now, what I have in front of me is a clay mask. There's a lot of ways to do and it's a cream. As you see, it's a cream. It comes out as a cream. You rub it on your face and you let it sit there. There's a lot of different a lot of different cream solutions out there. There's some that have basically lava rock that has a black consistency, and you put it on your face and all the stuff falls on the floor. I don't particularly like it. I don't think it does much of anything. This is avocado. This is actually basically avocado pureed and put on your face. Surprisingly not. It's called avocado and oatmeal. So it's a mixture of avocado and oatmeal. And I start with this. Before you shower, I put this on. You put it on your face. You put the avocado and oatmeal on your face. You, especially if you're a guy, put it around the lower parts of your eyes and your forehead, because what it does is it really tightens the face and removes that. First of all, it removes wrinkles. Second of all, it tightens the face. Third of all, it cleans those blemishes which you may have from sweating or working out, and so you leave it on the face. I leave it on the face for about 3 minutes. It's best from about 3 minutes to about 6 minutes. 5 is really the best part of what to do. Yes, avocado and oatmeal on the face. You have no idea what happens after you do this. So then you get in the shower, and you believe it or not, you put the shower head in your face. As soon as it hits and you wash this off, your entire face feels like it is like it's vibrating. You'd be shocked the reaction your face feels. And once you wipe it off and then you wash your face with normal soap and water, you're literally going to feel like your entire face tightened up. You absolutely will shock. If you're over 30 years of age and you work out, you are a football player. Thank you, Sky, for the Purple Hawk. If you're a football player, basketball player, you put this on the face. You get it out. You put the shower on it. You will. Thank you, Pam, for being the Purple Hawk. You literally will see your entire face tighten up in seconds. And at that point, you will feel the impact. You will literally feel it instantly. What you're feeling is basically the whole area underneath your eyes tighten up, the whole forehead under here, the crow's feet all tighten up. What I do is I sometimes follow it up then also with a scrub. This is a Target product. It's $1, and it is a version of a very popular $4 item. And what I do on this one is you put it again on the face while you're washing your body. Leave it on the face while you're in the shower for about 4 minutes. Leave it on the face for about 4 minutes. And when you wash this off, you literally feel like you took off like an extra thick layer of dead skin that was falling apart because of working out. So if you're a physically athletic individual guy that really plays a lot of sports, goes to the gym daily, sweats a lot, or does construction, does plumbing, electrician, and you're just sweating a lot, you feel the impact on your face. You do these 2 tips, you will look literally 5 years younger. Thank you, Jessica, for being the Purple Hawk. You'll literally look 5 years younger, guaranteed, when you do this, and your face will be on the floor, as someone just said. You will be shocked, especially if you're over 30 years of age. I'm a tow truck driver at UPS. Yes, you'd be shocked what's going to happen. This is about $3, $4. It's sort of hard to get. Sometimes it sells out. And this is about $1 from Target. and your face will be stimulated. Says Catalina. I love that. And there you go. Now let me cut back to get that top layer, get that layer of skin where you had to, you look so young, you'll scare the hell out of Joe Manson. You get in the shower looking like Joe Manson. You put the facial scrub out, and you come out looking like Justin Bieber. So there you go. Uh, yeah, honey, you look like Joe Manson. God, you've been working too hard. You look like Joe Manson. Get some facial scrub on, honey. Uh, I missed the names, please. Oh yeah, so sorry about the names. Again, I'm not sponsored for any of these products. This is Freeman's, Freeman, avocado and oatmeal. And this is Target apricot scrub. This is about $1. You can get on their online website. Free shipping, like $40 or something. This you can get on a lot of websites. This is sort of hard to get. They sell out a lot of times. Again, I recommend something that is this is avocado based. So they have a lot of other products out there that I've tried. I don't particularly like them like I like this one. This one literally feels like avocado and on your face. And believe it or not, you will look neither like Charles Manson or Joe Manchin, or you'll look delicious. So there you go. Now the 26-minute mark, they're like, is he really covering facial stuff on his face? Yeah, we are. We are just covering everything on this channel. You'll look like Marilyn Manson. You won't look like Nancy Pelosi. So yeah, if you're a Steelworker or a Steelers fan or a Pittsburgh Steelers player, you absolutely want to kill it. Kill it. And there we go. Let's cut back to your second stimulus items. Your second stimulus items are really going to get unraveled next week. Not unraveled, but debuted. And I want you to pounce Purple Hawks. So if you want these items, if you want these delicious items like PPP, like EIDL, or rent or food or utilities or internet, you need to be ready to pounce. The window for these things is generally just a few days. So PPP may be about 2 weeks until they run out of funds. EIDL may be just a few days. I don't know if there's a lot of money in this EIDL round. This is before we go to the third stimulus package where it just all sort of balloons. Let me answer some of your questions. PPP qualifications are you have to be at least have a Schedule C 2019 or a corporate tax return. So at least a Schedule C or a corporate tax return. Um, uh, do not put donuts around your eyes. I love that. Any other questions? Let me answer some of your questions. Drinking water is best for your skincare as well. Yeah, but the impact of the sweating on guys' face is really severe. So you really want to do it. Um, Big mistakes going on with EDD unemployment. What effect will Biden's proposed increases to SSI have on SNAP and medical? Yeah, let me answer that question. I have a lot of people asking me that. I, I want to say it in a respectful way. I asked yesterday, this $2,400 for SSI and SSDI, do you want it or not want it? And one person said, I don't know if I want it if it increases my medical bills. And then another person, and I'm like, well, you don't want it? And then someone else says, well, I'll take theirs. I don't know what's going to impact something else, but ultimately it's a 12-month program. It's not a lifetime. So, it's not like you can choose it. It's not a voluntary thing you can choose. So you'll either see it or you either get it or you don't get it under Biden's stimulus. So it's people always ask, well, what happens with that? Well, are we going to have to pay taxes on the extra $200? I don't know. That was a big question. Yet, well, Elsie, that I actually do know the answer. Let me answer Elsie's question. Is the $200 or $2,400 of SSI and SSDI taxable? The question is whether you are already at the threshold to pay taxes. If you are like at the cusp of the threshold to pay taxes, then yeah, it will be taxable. If you're not, then no, then you're not at the threshold. Then no, you're not at the threshold. And so I answered that question yesterday. It caused a lot of confusion. And the confusion was from people who just don't have any other income. So you're below the threshold. Thank you for Jill Meza for becoming a Purple Hawk. Any other great questions? I'm not going to answer crazy political questions. I just checked and they reopened my money and they added the $300 in Tennessee. Congratulations, Touch of Energy. When will they start issuing the I missed it. I missed that question. By the way, if you don't realize, I do answer everyone's questions in the chat. Elliot, is it possible to get your FPUC boost? Questions are flying now. Is it Big Bear? Is it possible to get your FPUC boost before you get your regular UI payment? Great question. Yeah, it is possible. If you don't watch Overnight's Lalate, please do. There's a video called FPUC at 2 a.m. and I go over how unemployment is so strange. For many, many months, viewers have gotten the boost separate from the normal week. They get it in a different mailing. They get it in a different. They get it in a different day. So yeah, they sometimes come totally separate from each other. Great question. EDD is asking to recertify. What happens if we do? Well, I love that question. I mean, yeah, if you want some thank you, Lisa, for putting me the Purple Hawk. If you want some unemployment benefits, I think you sort of have to certify, don't you think? If they want you to do something to get the unemployment, you have to do what they ask you to tell them. Do you think the new unemployment boost will have any retroactiveness for the months missed from September to December? That's what Joe's promising. All I can do is tell you what to what to do. There's some people that are dropping comments in the screen about unemployment that are absolutely wrong advice. I'm not going to repeat their comments, but they're very, very wrong advice. So don't read some of these comments about unemployment. They're hideously wrong. I don't know if they're trying to punk you, but don't read their comments about unemployment. They're very, very wrong. If you just be on SSI, we'll get the items from the stimulus. Oh, great question, Linda Simpson. And she has a Purple Hawk on Instagram. I love that. So yeah, that's a great question, Linda. For SSI and SSDI, what do you qualify for? Let me go over that. That's a great question, Linda Simpson. Under second stimulus, SSI and SSDI, the things you can qualify for are free rent, free utilities, SNAP increase, and free internet. Under third stimulus, Biden, the $2,400 SSI, of course, and all the other things I talk about with SSI. And then everything that I just mentioned before, it's going to get repeated under Biden. Rent, utilities, and free internet and food. A lot of the items, says Margie. Yeah, there you go. Great items. Oh, Sarah has a great question. If you're on VA benefits and SSDI, do you get $200 or both? No, you get one. But, we got to see how Joe writes this. We have to see how Joe writes this. So, will you let us know online how to get the free internet? I will. And if anyone tells me, last week I detailed how you get this discounted internet, but it's not the free one. Since I filed 2019 as an adult dependent, do I receive a $2,000 check? Well, there's a problem with that. There's no such thing as you filing as an adult dependent. An adult dependent means someone else is filing you as their dependent. So if someone filed you as their adult dependent in 2019, then under third stimulus package, you will get $2,000. And there you go. Does my adult child qualify for a stimulus check? I don't claim her on my taxes. Ultimately, if IRS doesn't know about the child, then no. And there you are at the 34-minute mark. Thank you for joining me on Home Lalate. If you did not see what happened earlier, this show went live earlier before this with another taping for about 2 minutes. YouTube was having problems with their connectivity, not me. So I had to kill the feed and come back. This is the replacement video. I appreciate you for joining me. I'll next be live. I'll next be with Afternoon Check at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, followed by third stimulus check and third stimulus package, and then live with Being the Mitch. If you've not subscribed to this channel, go to the first channels, hit the subscribe button. Also, like this video and also consider becoming a member. The member link or joining, as Debbie Wallace just became a Purple Hawk. Thank you for coming to Purple Hawk, Debbie Wallace. Is at the top of this chat. You hit that link button and you can become either a Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or a Calcino VIP. There is student loan debt forgiveness in the third stimulus package. I think I said that. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember if I said that. Do you need a 1099 to get an EIDL? You do not. You need to have a Schedule C. Great question, though. I love that question. The big breaking news across the board is actually exclusive. You're only here on this channel, which I'm reporting that the $600 stimulus check will be landing in some people's accounts, mailboxes, or similar in the next few days because they did not mail them out to January 6th. And that EIDL for low income and for agricultural will go live on Monday for grant, and everyone's $1,000 grant may come as well from May of last year. And that PPP is going live potentially as early as Monday. So much exciting news. Thank you for joining me. And if you've not subscribed, please do and become a member. I'll see you at 3:30. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay Lalate for more.